here with Dead Horse Beaters. I'm down in Connecticut for the weekend, so it's at Cinco de Mayo right now. We would actually be racing 1 week from today exactly. I'm heading to Alex's shop. We're gonna work on Samurai Pony, the race car, for a little bit. Later today we might get out to the bus. I'll show you what we're doing and we'll get working. All right guys, made it to the shop. So let's take a look at what we got here. This is Samurai Pony in pieces. I'll explain the name as we go along. If you can't tell, the pony aspect is because it's a 67 Mustang Coupe. It was a 6-cylinder car, so if you're worried about its value, not really worth that much. You might notice there's no engine up here. Here's our fuel cell. Cooling. We actually have so much cooling that we weren't running the fan at all during the race. So we got a lot of custom shit going on here. At the interior. I don't know if you could see right there. That looks like an engine in the back. So let me walk around this thing. So what we have back here is a Honda J35 out of, I think it was a 2003 or 2004 Odyssey. Hard to really show it, but you can see we kind of have two melded vehicles back here. So the back is actually it's a 7th gen, I'm not sure the exact year, but it's a 7th gen Accord V6. We took that V6 out because they're worth like 4 times as much as the J35s, the J30s, that is. And they don't make any more power or torque, or they aren't any more reliable, so take that out, sell it, get a J35 because they're like 200, 250 bucks at pick and pulls everywhere. So what we got going on right now, working on actually painting our floors. You can see our bulkhead for our fuel cell, so that if that explodes we don't die. Working on handling issues. So this is our shock tower, and it's kind of Swiss cheese right now, but the reason for that is because when you put a front-wheel drive front into the back of a rear-wheel drive car, basically the front of the car and the rear of the car are both, they're both acting as front. And what was it that is really the issue? The roll center, not necessarily the caster?
Yeah, not really the caster, just how the upper control arm and the lower control arm pivot, like where they meet up with the vertex point.
Okay.
Like behind the car instead of in the middle, more towards like with the center of gravity and just the handling.
Yeah, because it handled really weird. We're working on fixing this. Some other prep and paint that you can see. I don't know what Andrew's working on. So, get back to you when something interesting happens. So, I found some work to do. I'm going to be cleaning up the trunk space a little bit. We had to put in this X-brace because the judges kind of yelled at us last race. But we didn't want to stiffen the back up too much because it is technically a crash structure and you're not really supposed to modify them. So I'm going to clean up some, you know, pieces of metal that are sticking out too much. And Andrew's over here getting the, I don't know what you call them. It's for the upper control arm adjustment, right?
I'm calling them, I don't know,
upper
ladder bits.
The ladder bars? Something like that. Bars. They're not ladder bars. They're ladder bits. But basically, these are these will allow us to adjust our upper control arms, right? Yeah. So that we can make sure our suspension is not as wonky as it is. Alex is doing something. Fuel door stuff. And then Matt is busy painting. So I'm going to try and set this camera up somewhere that maybe see what I'm doing. right, give you guys a look at what I've done so far. Got that little piece of firewall out. So the reason I was cutting this out is so we can get a panel. Goes all the way down, covers that up so we don't kick water and debris up into the trunk area. Cut those off, cut this off. Oops, sorry, that was bad camera work. Cut this off. And I'm gonna probably go through and clean up some of this old gunk that, I don't even know what it is. I guess it was some kind of rubber sound deadening crap when someone tried restoring it and failed and gave up.
Oh, that could be factored.
Dan's here.
Hi.
Andrew's still here. Andrew, what did you grind?
Some holes bigger.
Made some holes bigger. Matt, still huffing paint.
Yeah.
Alex, hitting stuff with a hammer.
Working on steering.
Working on stuff. Steering? Yeah.
Steering.
What's that?
The bracket to mount the steering rack.
Steering. Necessary. Our steering was really wonky, so it's a good thing we're getting that fixed. Got lunch, getting back to work. Andrew's been, oh, this is loose. Andrew's been working on getting the, I know what we're gonna call them, ladder brackets?
More than usual.
Adjustable A-arm.
Adjustable A-arm plates. Working on getting those in. Then he has to go do the other side. I think what I'm gonna do is grind off, wire wheel off the rubber crap, and maybe wire off all of this rust so that we can paint it. Getting sail panels in, that's what they're called.
Sail panels.
They cover up the B-pillars, the inside of the B-pillars. Front, Alex has been working on steering stuff, and then Matt has been painting and now has been milling about. What are you doing, Matt?
Outside now.
Painting outside now? What are you doing, the bumper?
Yeah, new bumper.
Alright, Matt's working on the bumper.
Less twisty bumper.
Our last one was double teamed by Saabs, so the Swedes are after us.
One was a Volvo.
Oh, one was a Volvo, one was a Saab. I'm gonna get to wire wheeling, and I'll probably set you up and show you wire wheeling. This recording has been going on for like ever.
You're gonna have a lot of garbage there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut a shit ton. Oh well, it's the glory of editing. That's the best part about grinding this rubber crap. It just flings up all over you.
I feel like we haven't done that much.
We've done a lot, Alex. Alright, so we cleaned up the inside of here. Matt's putting some etching primer on there, just so stuff doesn't rust. We got these fitted on both sides. They need to be welded in. We'll probably just do like a tack welds for now. I don't know what Andrew's working on.
Making sure my measurements are
Making sure the measurements are right. Good idea. This has been underneath working with the steering rack. And then we just cleaned up the wheels because we got to paint them gold to match the livery. Oh, I missed one more thing. And then we also have our new front fender. Our other fender got, as we said, got messed up by a Saab and a Volvo. Sorry, bumper, not fender. That's a bumper. Right, so we're working on masking off the wheels. Last two for paint. Gold is the color. Kind of see these guys. I mean, it's definitely not perfect. I can already see some leaves and tree gunk in them. They definitely weren't prepped properly, fully stripped. But at the end of the day, it's lemons, and we don't care.
It's just like filler footage. You're barely even need to talk about it.
Totally need to talk about this. What do you mean filler footage?
How else will his mom know what's going on?
Yeah. How else will Matt's girlfriend know what's going on? Look, we're tag teaming this shit. Alex is welding in the adjustable A-arm brackets right now. You got your safety squints on, Andrew? Keep your eyes shut, dude.
Well,
I got you on tape looking right at it.
yeah.
All right, Matt and I are here. We're gonna mark our fuel jugs. Let's get it decent. That looks pretty good. We made up a little stencil. We're just gonna mark up everything that we own. What was that?
Stencil's gonna be like soaked.
I thought you made the stencil foolproof. Yeah, long way's fine. Yeah, do that.
It's not mine for this trailer. There we go.
Yeah, you gotta go that way. Perfect. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. The next video coming out will be the last video on the bus before the race. If you have any comments, please comment down below. If you want to like it, like it. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. We appreciate that so much. And we hope you've enjoyed look inside of the Mustang, the race car that we have. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great one.